Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this ASUS VivoBook. Alright, so the customer said it has no power. We're going to open it up and just see if we see anything strange inside. If not, we're just going to find out what kind of drive it uses so that they can get a enclosure for their drive to recover their data. Alright, so this is an ASUS VivoBook S14 OLED. Alright, so there's that. The actual model number is back here. It's a S5406M, okay, S5406MA-AS96. That's the full model number. All right, anyways, we're going to be using a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver to remove all the screws from the bottom. Turn off the flash real quick. All right. And let's go ahead and remove these screws. You want to keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that is I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. Okay, so we have 4 going along the back. Most likely there's 1 hidden under there, so 3 in the middle, and then another 4 along the front. Okay. Again, they might be different size, shape, and length, so you don't want to just throw them all in a bucket. Okay, if this video helps you out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. Same profile picture, but zoomed in because it's a close look at thing. Alright, currently those videos are on this channel as well, but eventually the new ones will only go on that channel. So if you like my reviews or you just really want to help me out, take a look at that channel, subscribe there. You don't even have to really watch the videos if you don't want. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get the rest of the screws. So these screws in the middle and the front seem to be the same size. Okay, let's see if we can get this little cover out. I might have to use a small flathead screwdriver or something that might leave a mark. Let's see if I can use let me try one of these little acupuncture needle things. Okay, so we're gonna try and get this little circle thing out there. It's gonna be a pain. Right, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to mark up the bottom because I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's see. Yep, nope, it's just bending the needle. Okay, I guess we're gonna use a small flathead screwdriver and then we're just gonna try and pop that thing up. Either way, it also made a mark in there, I guess. Okay, so get under there and peel that. Yep, there's a screw hidden under there. Okay, so just so I don't lose this, I'm going to just stick it on the outside here. Oops. Come on, let go. Get on my finger. There we go. Okay, anyways, we're going to go ahead now and remove that screw as well. We'll zoom back out. Alright, now that we got all the screws out, let's go ahead and see about popping the bottom cover off. Usually what I find works, not always, but usually I'll get my fingernails between the bottom cover and the palm rest, and then I will push on the palm rest with my thumbs. Okay, don't push on the touchpad itself. Go over here, do the same thing. Obviously you can use pry tools. It seems to have popped up pretty easily. You can see there's a gap there now. So once you got that, pull up on it slightly and then just slide your pry tool or fingernail, whatever, into the side gap here. Just like that. Okay, looks like there's something else holding it back there as well, so that's interesting. I'm going to hold it like this. I'm going to kind of just wiggle it around. Okay, I think the clips here are kind of holding it into place. So let's see, can I get my fingernail or something in there? Wow, that's going to be tough. The gap there is very tiny. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to just pull on here. You can see it's forming a gap. I'm going to try and get my fingernail in there. That doesn't seem to be working. Wow, okay. Pull it downwards and pull. No? Am I going to have to use my super thin metal pry tool? Oh, that worked. Okay, I pulled on enough that I could get my fingernail in between there. So again, you can use pry tools, and then once you can get something under there, it looks like it pries out relatively easily. So we got all of that. Oh, Did something else stick itself back down? This feels like there's a clip in the middle somewhere here. What's holding it down in the middle? Took all the screws out. Yeah, there's a clip in the middle here holding kind of where the battery is. So we gotta find a place to push on it while we're pulling it up. Oh, there we go. And there we go. Okay, there's actually 2 clips there. So that's what's inside on the bottom cover. Okay. Yes, there's some hairs here, so I'm gonna just brush that out off to the side. Hopefully it comes off. That little hair doesn't want to come out. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I know I'm doing this off to the side, but I'm just using a toothbrush and kind of just brushing the dust away. Okay, there's hairs that are permanently stuck there, but there you go. It's a lot cleaner now. Okay. All right, let's go ahead now and disconnect the battery. So ASUS likes to use this kind of connector. Oh, did I even get a good thumbnail of this? I don't know. Okay, so just like that, line this up. There we go. All right, let's zoom in and we'll disconnect the battery. So ASUS likes to use this little sliding latch, so just push it back slightly. Be careful not to push it too hard, and then get underneath and pull this up. Okay, so there we go. We got the battery disconnected. I'm going to go ahead now and open up the laptop, and we're going to press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds. All right, this makes it a lot safer to work on, and sometimes if it's just like some kind of BIOS temporary short, something happened that prevents it from turning on, this might get it to work again. Okay, so hold it a few more seconds. Now that we've done that, let's actually go ahead and plug it in and see if anything happens. All right, I got a MacBook charger. Let's see. Plugged it in. I don't see, okay, I do see a little charging light on there. Let's see if the power button does anything. I heard some noise, but oh, nope, nothing. Okay, no, so there's the light here that's supposed to tell you if it's getting power, and there's nothing at all. So most likely this thing is toast. Okay, so looks like an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD. All right, let's see what else. I mean, there's the keyboard. We can go ahead and try checking a few other things. Let's go ahead and hold the power button again. Okay, obviously you can just skip over the 15 seconds if you don't want to watch me just hold the button. But yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and double check the keyboard connections and other things because the power button is built into the keyboard. Okay. So let's go ahead and close this up. We are going to switch over to a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver. Okay. And let's go ahead and remove the battery. You don't need to remove the battery to access the keyboard connector. The keyboard connector is there, but I want to make sure if anything under there is loose or not. Okay. All right, so we got those 2 screws. I think that's all of them. We can go ahead and lift from the front here. Okay. Oh, they put some adhesive here, so make sure, I guess, to peel that off as well. I hate this kind of adhesive, man. Okay. This one, it kind of shreds when you peel it, so yeah, it's gonna turn to shredded bits. Well, I'm gonna try and be careful to not do that, but okay. You gotta be careful you don't damage the SSD here, so I'm holding the SSD down as I peel it. Okay, actually it came off okay. Now let's see. Yep, we can lift it up now and slide it out. The battery model, if you need a replacement, it's really tiny, but it's right there. C41N2304, okay? So that's the battery model number. Okay, so there's not really much under here. We have the keyboard connector. Like I said, there's a flip latch there, okay? Then just flip it back down. If you want to take it out, you have to lift it slightly and pull it back. All right, this, what is that? Oh, that's all for the touchpad. So touchpad, there's a flip latch here for this side. Touchpad, flip latch on this side for the other end, okay? All right, then you have the keyboard backlight connector. Flip latch is on this side. All right, we'll flip that back down. Okay, let's see. There's a little light sensor or something there. What is that? I don't think that's a reset button. Nope. Okay, so I don't know what this surrounded by this foam is. Maybe a fuse? I don't know. Anyways, you have this connector here for the fan, right? This, you grab the wings, wiggle and pull it back. You got the speaker connector, grab the wings, wiggle, pull it back, and then this speaker has a wire going to the other speaker over here. All right, you have one of the antennas here, one of the wireless antennas here. The wires go along this way, and then they connect to the main motherboard logic board here. If you want to remove the antennas, you go from the tail and pull it straight up, but we're going to leave that alone. Again, it's an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD. Maybe we'll pull that out just so we have it ready for the customer when he wants to get an enclosure to recover his data. So he said it's on Ubuntu. So anyways, we'll lift it up slightly, and then you can slide this little sleeve off, and then you can grab the SSD and wiggle and pull that out. So this is a Western Digital NVMe SSD. Yep. Okay. So it is a NVMe SSD. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just put this thing back here. I guess that'll just be in there. It's not gonna be doing anything because the screw's not gonna hold it. All right, you have this little connector here, which it says for camera connection. So this one, you just grab this and then just wiggle. It'll come out just like this, but there's no wings. So you have to grab as close as you can to the connector and just slowly wiggle it back and forth or side to side. Right, the other fan connectors here, CPU's under here. If you do take the heatsink off, you do need to redo the thermal paste, as well as this, you see this putty stuff? So you're gonna need some thermal putty or pads to put there. Okay, you have another connector here with a flip latch on this side. Okay, so we're gonna slide that back down. That's for the 2 USB ports here. All right, what else do we got? If I didn't already mention, this is the LCD LVDS or EDP connector. It actually says EDP right there. And yeah, I think that's about it to look at in here. Honestly, the only thing I can think is if this is a fuse, maybe that needs to be replaced and that'll fix the computer. But I don't know. I don't want to experiment with that and then cause something like go on fire or something. So yeah. All right, we'll check. Power button still does nothing. All right. Yeah, power button still does nothing. There's also a huge dent on the touchpad if you saw it. Touchpad looks to be held in with melted plastic, so if you need to replace, actually there's 3 screws here. Those are PH0 or JS0 screws, so I think if you wanted, you can replace the touchpad. It looks like there's 2 tabs here that hold it, and then you have like these little spring-loaded things that go underneath this piece. So if you remove these screws, you probably tilt it up like that and then slide it out this way. But yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with that. Okay. Anyways, I guess let's go ahead and put this thing back together, minus the SSD. We'll leave that out. I'll let the customer know. Okay, we'll slide this back, and then I'll see about getting the customer an enclosure for their SSD. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get these 2 screws back in. There's not really any point to reconnect the battery, but I'll just reconnect it anyways. Okay, zoom in so you can see. All right, so the connector, pretty simple. Just line it up, make sure that metal tab is back, and then push it down. You should feel it kind of click in, but not like a really solid click. It's more like, I don't know, it's you just feel the plastic pushing through there. All right, then you just slide this back over, and that's it. It just slides slightly over the little connector. All right, so now we just got to get the bottom cover back on, which should be pretty simple, and then get the screws in, and we're good to go. All right, so we'll get this out. We'll switch back over to the T5 Torx 5 screwdriver, get the bottom cover. Okay, hopefully this video at least helped you upgrade your SSD. Oh, if you're wondering, no, there's no upgradable RAM in here, okay? I'm pretty sure the RAM is underneath here, but it's soldered to the board, okay? Anyways, we'll get that lined up, and then we'll go ahead and click all of this in first, okay? Looks good, everything's lined up. Then we'll go ahead and work our way down, okay? Just like that. All right, these clips go in very easily. Oh, they also have a little micro SD card in here, so I guess we should give that to them so they don't forget it. Okay, we'll take that out separate. 128 gigs, yeah, it's a decent amount of memory. Okay, we'll go ahead and get these screws back in. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, again, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. All right. Again, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. Again, same profile picture but zoomed in because it's a close look at things. Again, my review videos currently are on this channel as well, but eventually the new ones will only be posted to that one. So if you don't want to miss those videos, or you just really want to help me out, that's a great way to do it. All right, we're almost done here. We'll get all these screws back in, and that's all there is to it. If you're wondering how to put the SSD back in, you just, again, push it back in slightly at an angle like that, and then make sure to put that little sleeve back on. It helps dissipate the heat. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, get the last few screws in. Last one. Don't forget the little sticker cover thing. Okay. There we go. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's drop this. Bye.